everyone, I'm Nicole Guillaume with Guiding Echoes, the channel that is devoted to your spiritual and personal growth. And Sarah wrote in and asked a really good question, and she asked, how can we train not only our third eye to see spirits, but our physical eyes as well? While that's a really good question, I would more or less want to encourage you to pay closer attention to your intuition and to learn how to trust that. I would say start working with oracle cards or tarot cards or some type of divination system so that you can get used to working with the spirit world. And this might be helpful to you because these are very physical things. Divination tools are very physical. So if you're using a crystal ball, if you're using runes, again, if you're using cards, those are all physical things that you can see, smell, and touch, right? So when you lay out your tarot cards, you're never going to ask yourself, are those tarot cards really there? Am I really seeing tarot cards? Is that really the Tower card? Am I really seeing that? Whereas if you were to see a ghost, you'd be like, am I really seeing that? Is there someone really there? Do you guys see that? Am I going crazy? When you lay out your tarot cards, you might question if you're really getting the message that you think you're getting. And that's the thing to remember is whenever it comes to the paranormal or supernatural, what I have found is most of us are our own worst critics. And we're always questioning the messages anyway. It doesn't matter how concrete that evidence may be. We still question it. We still wonder if we're on the right track. In fact, a friend of mine a couple days ago was telling me about this wonderful meditation that she had where she was traveling around the world and she saw all these amazing sights. And she went on to tell me that she had actually Googled these different sites and she was shocked to see that what she saw in her meditation is what came up, is the image that came up on Google Maps. So she asked me, am I going crazy? Was I really seeing these things? And I'm like, you validated it yourself through Google Maps. Yes, you were seeing those things. So see, again, that's a wonderful example of how you can have concrete evidence of something, physical evidence that can't be disputed, and yet our doubtful, fearful minds dispute it anyway. So get in touch with your intuition. Learn to trust it. Learn to really tune in to the spirit world through meditation and know that if that's as far as you go, that's okay. That's good enough. And the reality is, as you begin to trust the spirit world more, the spirit world begins to open up to you and you do have more experiences. And some of those probably will be the experience of seeing something through your physical eyes. Now, that said, you can train your physical eyes to see energy. And the energy that I'm speaking of now is auras. So you can train your eyes to at least see auras. And if you can train your eyes to start seeing that, hopefully you'll start to see things out of your peripheral if you don't already. That's something that a lot of people already experience is movement out of their peripheral, or they'll see a figure or something physical. And then of course when you turn your head to look at it, that thing gone, right? So start with looking at your aura. And you can do this really easily. So let me see, I can put, over here. So this wall is a grayish color, so this may not be so easy, but you guys can actually practice on me. So just soften your gaze and look at my hand. And as you're looking at my hand, and as your gaze is softened, just kind of breathe in deeply and exhale. And make it your intention to see the color of my aura. Now you're going to see the color of my aura today. This is not the color that it may be every day, but that doesn't matter because we just want you to tune into it today. So take a look and see what you see. And one of the best ways that you can see an aura is to allow your sight to blur. So you may want to squint your eyes a little bit, or you may want to move back a little bit, or if you're farsighted, you'll want to lean in closer because you want this image right here to blur up a little bit. So just focus in on that and see if you can see a color around my hands, around my fingertips. And it may not be a solid color, it may not all be one color, maybe several different colors. So you can try this exercise with pictures. I'm going to put my hand down now. You can try this exercise with pictures of different people. You can, of course, do it in the mirror. You can take a snapshot of yourself and try it. The best way to do this exercise is actually with a white background. But you can still try it with other backgrounds or different colors. It's just it might influence what you're seeing. It's easier with white because you're not going to question if you see a red aura or a yellow aura. You're going to know that's exactly what you're seeing. So start tuning your mind into auras because that is a form of energy. Once you're able to tune it into auras of people, you can start tuning it into the auras and just the energy around other things, around simple things like this or this bowl of delicious cat food, yum yum yum. So start tuning into the energies of other things and see if you can pick up on what the energies around it look like visually. Okay, and once you're able to start seeing that through your physical eyes, and if you do this often, you may start to open up the possibility of seeing things physically and not just intuitively. Okay, so work with auras first, and don't get so caught up on what does this color mean. It doesn't matter if you're wanting to learn how to train your physical eyes to see energy. The color doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you actually see the aura and you see the color. The other thing that you may want to do, which can be a lot of fun, is to go to a graveyard. Yeah, we're talking graveyards here. Or go to a place that's haunted, that's known to be haunted, and sit in the graveyard, sit in the place that's haunted, and do that same thing where you just kind of blur your vision and make it your intention to see something, and invite spirit to come talk to you, to come visit you. That said, I would be careful not to go to a place where there's malicious hauntings. There are friendly ghosts. There are some Caspers out there, so I would be on the lookout for places where there's known to be activity, but it's not the overly scary activity where you have a disembodied voice say, "Get out," or anything like that. Kind of want to stay away from that. But visiting haunted places where there have been sightings is a good way to start, seeing things physically too. And it also tests your courage to see if that is in fact something that you want to see. So there you go. The third thing I would say is meditate. I know when we think about meditating, we're thinking about opening up our third eye so we can see things intuitively. But meditating and making it your intention to change the vibrations of your eyes so that you can be in alignment with the spirit world so you can see things physically can be helpful too. Now, before you ask me if I've done any of these, I am going to confess that I've only done the first one, the auras. I can see auras at will. I don't usually just see them out of the blue, I guess maybe because I don't feel like I have a need for that. And I actually don't like to see ghosts. I've seen a couple of them and that was fine. But overall, I don't want to see them physically. I think that'd be too distracting for me. I get distracted enough as it is. That shiny object syndrome, I don't need to add to that. I just don't. My ADHD does fine on its own. I don't need to physically see ghosts too. So anyhow, I hope this was helpful for you. I'm really curious to see what color aura you think I have. So you can put that in the comment section down below if you tried that exercise. Tell me what color you saw. And if you tried this exercise, if you tried the aura exercise on other people, on other objects, inanimate objects or animals, let me know how that went for you. Put your experience in the comment section down below. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I would like to welcome you to the Guiding Echoes community. And I'd also like to invite you to subscribe to this channel. Here on this channel, we love to talk about spiritual things, especially ghosts and the afterlife and consciousness and all that fun stuff. So if that's up your alley, you have come to the right place. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit that little bell icon so you can be notified when I release new videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.